Hey there, fellow lumberjack YouTubers. So, I'm gonna try and grab some video here of another felling operation. Here, what we've got going is a 22-inch diameter, probably about 130-year-old bur oak, right there, and then probably at least 100-year-old, if not older, bur oak. Both of these have died. The one on the right died last fall, so not quite a year ago. This larger one on the left, they've got a lot of bones on them. That one gave up the ghost a little over a year ago, the previous fall. And they've got chestnut borers that finished them off. We've been experiencing lots of oak decline. We do have some oak wilt in the area, but that's not what finished these trees off. And you can see that over the past year and a half, the chestnut borers and other insects have definitely found this tree. This is in my backyard, by the way. Both of these trees are relatively straight up and down, but with these big bones that you see out here and back here, there's definitely a possibility that these trees will sit back. I am not going to do a back cut first, not necessary. I'm anticipating that I will be wedging these over, but just for giggles, just for extra security, I am going to throw in a tag line up in these trees. I'm going to run them over to this tree here with a block, and then anchor over there with a porter wrap. Just pre-tension it. It'll just give me extra security if something goes wrong, because we are trying to keep things off the house here, not that far away. So what we're gonna do is we'll do a conventional or open face notch. We're gonna bore cut in there. Either going to do a safe corner or possibly swing it open and kind of offset the holding wood on the back strap. We'll do that on both of these trees. Slap in a wedge or two and then release it in the back. And I am anticipating that I'm most likely going to have to wedge it over. And then if necessary, I will use a rope puller or the come along that's attached to that tag line to help bring them over. So either later today or tomorrow, we are going to get her done, because this general area that I'm standing on right here between these two trees and over here next to my small shed is going to be a location of a new insulated shed and workshop. And it's time to get these trees down before they come any sketchier and start falling over on their own. All right, lumberjacks, here we go. So we've got some 3-ply Samson Arbor Master rope tied off on a porter wrap just to take up slack. We'll tend that if we need to. But we've got this running over to a tree that's pretty darn close to the intended direction of lay. Here is the attachment point friction hitch that I used to pre-tension before I used the rope puller. We're running over here to an ultra sling and a large arbor block. And there's our tie-in point. We're a little over halfway up that tree, so we have real good purchase. That'll help wrench her over. So, next step is to drop it, to get it cut up, and then we'll find out if we need to actually pull it over with the rope or whether we can just do it with wedges. All right, so one final snip here before we start dropping the tree. Viewing from back at the stump. We're gonna shoot right 4 or just a hair to the left, at least the center line of the tree. So the trunk isn't that long. Where it branches is probably gonna fall somewhere right in there. And then I'm trying to branch it out around that trunk there, but the core of the tree is gonna hopefully fall in there, and the tip of the tree is gonna, the branches, if they don't break off, will be just over to the left there and just behind the trunk back over in there. And because there are branches right here and there's very long tall boles, as some of those branches come past and kiss these, it may want to twist the stump off, twist the bole off the stump and send it that way a little bit. So I am going to use a tapered hinge and leave the fat side of the taper on that side to just favor it heading towards my intended lay, keeping it away from the house. And when I do slap in wedges, I'm probably slapping the wedges on this side of the tree. I may have some on both sides, but the back and the left side of the tree is where the wedges are going to go. So there's the setup.
Give it a couple cranks. That's good. All right, get over on that. Yeah, just be ready. You don't have to pull it yet, just be ready. I'm gonna release the back strap. I'm expecting it just to sit tight. All right, it's cut up. Hold on. Just leave it there. Pull it. Okay, hold it. Pull it. It's going. There you go, you can stop. All right, here's the stump. You can see how far we drove the wedge. The two on the sides were just there for support. You see the tapered hinge. Given the size of this, we needed a good 2-inch hinge. I had about 2.5 to 3 on this side just to keep it on course. And bowl of the tree right on line with that tree, which was our target. Branches straddled it. So we're just looking for some other damage that may have been caused, but otherwise exactly to plan and done safely. And my helper Judy, my wife, ended up pulling it over after I got the tree started with wedges. Keep your eye on that tree.
I'm watching it.
Give it a couple more cranks.
Oh, she's almost going. Here.
Battery saw. All right, I'm releasing it. I'll let you know if I need you to pull. Alright, I don't know if my wife caught us taking down this second tree, but basically we brought her down like we did the first. And I was aiming it right in between those two stumps. Went exactly to plan. We pre-tensioned it, and the pre-tension is all we needed with the wedge to bring it over, if you saw that. We're losing some of our trees to root rot, but you can see there was a good 1.5 inches, 2 inches of hinge on either side. More than enough to control this tree, even though it hit some branches on the way down. She didn't come off the stump until the hinge closed. But this is a common occurrence in old trees. If anything else is going to get them, root rot will do it.